everybody. Woohoo! Welcome. Welcome to the 6th annual Bloomington Trashion Refashion Show. Thank you for coming. Woo! We're going to have fun tonight. This show is the major fundraiser for the Center for Sustainable Living. My name is Rhonda Baird. I'm the president of the board for the Center for Sustainable Living, and I really appreciate you all coming out tonight. Sharing the stage with me are the Bag Monster and the Reusable Bag Fairy. Woohoo! Yes, they're on a mission to help us all remember to bring our own bags, Bloomington, and to help support an ordinance that you can find out more about at intermission out in the lobby. So I hand it over to the Bag Monster.
Okay. All right. The CSL's mission is to make available information, services, projects, and networking opportunities for those interested in exploring sustainable ways of thinking, living, and interacting in our community.
So you may be familiar with some of our bigger projects, such as the Bike Project and Siren, both of which have volunteers at our table out in the lobby tonight. Other CSL has 15 projects driven by the community members, including Open Streets, Share Bloomington, Habitat Stewards, and many other initiatives such as Bring Your Bag Bloomington.
And if you guys haven't already signed the petition, you can do so at intermission or at the end of the event. And so basically we're just trying to encourage people in Bloomington to use reusable bags instead of single use. And just educate people about the harmful effects of single use on our environment. So.
Excellent. Thank you. You can find out more about the Center for Sustainable Living at simplycsl.org or visit us in the lobby during intermission. And now I have the pleasure of introducing your MC for this evening, Sarah Smith-Robbins. When we asked her what she wanted us to share about her, she said, "I am a pink-haired, tattooed mother of 13-year-old triplets." Woohoo! Go mama. Knitter, sculptor, gardener, dangerous power tool user, and obsessive builder of home Halloween decorations from repurposed materials. Yes, she is also the Director of Learning Technologies and faculty in the marketing department at the Kelley School of Business. So help me welcome our MC for the evening, Sarah Smith-Robbins.
Thank you. I've got a mic. Hello, Bloomington. Are you ready? When I got invited to do this, I knew there were going to be some really far out designs, but I could not have imagined the amazing things that you guys are going to see tonight. We have an incredible city. You already know that, right? Love Bloomington. But tonight you're going to see over 40 designs from local artists who are not only great artists, but they take their talent and they apply it to a good cause to raise money, but also to inspire us to do better things for the environment. Plus, you're gonna see a little leg, right? You're gonna see some flamboyant, over-the-top awesomeness. And every one of them was handmade by one of your fellow residents of Bloomington. So I'm really excited to have you here. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I hope you're ready to applaud and whistle and hoot and holler and every kind of noise you can make. Are you ready? All right, let's do it. From Olive Oil's Closet, designed by Lee Sandveiss and modeled by Noni Ford. Lee fused two of her favorite vintage garments into this cute casual day dress. The top of the dress is a 1960s cotton batik print blouse with a Peter Pan collar. The The bottom is a 1960s skirt. The ribbon accent at the waist is from a bin of salvaged gift wrap materials. Olive Oil's Closet. Day of the Doctor. Designed by Lucy Bax and worn by the designer, inspired by the TARDIS and the 11th Doctor's bow tie. The dress is refashioned from a women's maxi sundress. The bow tie is made from vegetable netting, the windows from scraps of a bed canopy, and the emblems from an old canvas bag. Like the TARDIS, it may look small, but it's a lot bigger on the inside. Day of the Doctor. Please welcome Bloomington's local superheroes, the Awesomes. Sydney and Willow Shoemaker designed and modeled these incredible outfits. The Awesomes are world-famous crime fighters and floor surfers who required costumes they could move in. They repurposed black and white t-shirts to make these stretchy leotards. Every superhero also needs a cape. These capes are made from pieces of old t-shirts as well. Although we may never know the true identity of these heroes, their costumes let us know they are awesome. Now we get to travel for Eastern Girls, a belly dancer and Matryoshka doll costume. Designed by Tatiana Kuzmina and modeled by Maria and Valeria Van Hoff. This purple belly dance outfit was inspired by the designer's daughter's fascination with dance. A refashioned prom dress was used to create this mystique of Oriental beauty. The red Matryoshka doll outfit represents traditional Russian costumes, another culture in the East. It's made from a red cotton skirt from a thrift store, 2 pieces of red fabric for a headscarf and straps. The skirt is decorated with red ornament balls, elements cut from old deflated balloons, yellow yarn, artificial leaves, and old Christmas ornaments. Eastern Girls. Black Wow t-shirt top, designed by Jane Matrenga and modeled by Claire Slaughtergraph. As comfortable as your favorite old t-shirt, this top has enough wow to be worn out on the town. Made from t-shirts found at thrift stores in Bloomington, Jane cut apart all the t-shirts to play with where the motifs would be placed. This is high fashion and sustainability rolled into one eye-catching design. Black Wow t-shirt top. Wicked Witch of the Wild West. Designed by Caitlin Souter and modeled by the designer. What happens when a wicked witch hops into the wild, wild west? A mashup between brown fringe, wicked purple lace, and seemingly innocent white. Caitlin used bits from an old skirt, some curtains, and other cast-offs found in a recycling pile at an alteration shop to make this wickedly wild ensemble. Whether you're riding the range or riding a broom, you'll do it in style. Wicked Witch of the Wild West. Go Global, designed by Isabella Carey and modeled by the designer. Inspired by her love of culture, all of the materials in the dress are authentic pieces from either Asia, Africa, or South America. The obi belt and cape were altered from a Swahili wrap, which translates into "Your kindness is everlasting treasure." Go Global. Black and Gold, designed by Ernesto Lopez and modeled by Esther Winterman. A gold sequin skirt served as a basis for this Y-neck floor-length dress with black chiffon illusion neckline. 3 long black chiffon dresses were deconstructed and pieced together to form a side slit skirt. The skirt is gathered at the waist, and a gold sequin waistband helps to cinch the waist in for an hourglass silhouette. Flower print chiffon was added under the top layer for a bit of interest. Black and gold. Time for some royalty. Ellie's Royal Clothing, designed by Evelina Cruz and modeled by the designer. It's made from a t-shirt and skirt outfit refashioned and patterned with gold paint and stencils and a royal design. Gold ribbon was then attached in a cross-stitch pattern on the front and back. Finally, it was finished off with gold ribbon trim and around the edges. The skirt was decorated with beads and a royal patch to complete this look fit for a royal court. Ellie's Royal Clothing. Linen and velvet, designed by Laurel Bender, modeled here by our only male model, Keenan Norris. This unisex outfit started life as two old and badly stained antique tablecloths. The drawstring pants are made from squares of cotton velvet, formerly used in a biology lab in a scientific procedure called replication plating. They were washed and sterilized many times and then tie bleached. The patterns down the front of each leg represent the life cycle of budding yeast. Linen and velvet. This is Minimal Concept, designed by Christy Robinson and modeled by Bean Estes. This design demonstrates how simplicity and elegance go hand in hand. The top started out as a long-sleeve silk button-down shirt. Christy removed the sleeves and made alterations to reverse the shirt, so the buttons now add a refined detail to the back. The skirt was pleated and given an elastic band to give it a tailored fit. Minimal Concept. Eyes on the Prize, designed by Cynthia Roberts and modeled by Taylor Roberts and Ellie Fettig. The headdresses started as the lower tier of evening gowns. The lower part of the gowns were then finished with eyelet taken from a slip bought at a garage sale. Cynthia then modified the neckline of the original dress, used beaded trim from a worn-out V-neck t-shirt to add color and interest. The other dress has new corset-style lacing on the back. Eyes on the Prize. Are you ready for Rainbow Pasta? Designed by Lee Sandveiss and modeled by Nancy Wroblewski. It's a kicky medley of repurposed garments. A hand-me-down maxi dress cut in half, a sheer overlay from a Goodwill skirt, and scraps from 33 leftover quilt projects. The racer back top of the dress and sheer overlay skirt are detailed with multicolored noodles that swing and sway as the wearer walks. This fun, wearable dress is perfect for going out on a Saturday night or just any time you need a lift to your mood. Rainbow Pasta. Novia Muerta, designed by Marissa Mendez and modeled by the designer. Inspired by Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, this outfit has soft, flowy feminine lines, but still has an element of deadly allure. The dress has a fitted bodice and a round neckline and low hem for the skirt, with tons of fun ruffles for a Spanish feel. The black and white design stays true to the holidays theme. Marissa used thrift store finds, including 2 large dresses, skirts with chiffon overlays, and a lace tank top to create the ensemble. Novia Muerta. Scraps and Drapes, designed by Jean Smith and modeled by Gina Pate. This fashion uses lace window drape over a sheer linen slip. The slip's elastic waist was repurposed from an SUV's luggage net. The sleeveless wrap top was made from a table runner and rhinestones from a coin purse. It's dramatic. Scraps and drapes. IU t-shirt top, designed by Jane Montrenga and modeled by Dorothy Tiemann. If you're an IU fan, you will love wearing this design to the ball game. Jane searched for IU shirts of all kinds in red, white, cream, and crimson to make this piece. The oversized t-shirt top has a boat neck, side vents, and 3/4 sleeves. It's sure to make you want to stand up and sing the fight song every time you wear it. IU t-shirt top. Downright Downton, designed by Christy Robinson Baugh and modeled by Katie Zukoff. Inspired by Coco Chanel, this ensemble started life as a dress from a clothing swap. The smashing frock started life as something less than flattering, with gossamer inlays between the rows of lace. Christy cut the top off the dress, shaped new armholes, and a flattering boat neckline. The gossamer inlays were removed, leaving only the lace. Get ready to attend high tea in this gown fit for a countess. Downright Downton. Refashioned Bridal Gown 2, designed by Libby Ball and modeled by Jessica Alsop. Commissioned by model Jessica, this refashioned bridal gown started as her mother's dress from 1980. Lace from the sleeves became the new neckline and embellishments for the shoulders. New lace was then tea-dyed to match the remainder of the dress. Handmade satin-covered buttons used as the bustle points allow the bride to gather her train into the back of the dress for a long night of dancing. Something old is said to be good luck to a bride, but repurposing her mother's wedding dress makes this bride's gown something new. Refashioned Bridal Gown 2. This is Refashioned Bridal Gown 3, also designed by Libby Ball and modeled by Katie Hunt. Originally designed in the 1980s, this bridal gown has been redesigned to reflect a more modern aesthetic. The original sleeves and lace appliques were removed, revealing an up-to-date, trendy fashion of the illusion neckline. The lace appliques were then reused to add more interest to the skirt. Libby carefully hand-painted each piece of lace with pearlescent shimmer to add depth. Hidden bustle points were added to the front of the gown, providing an alternative way to wear the train. Isn't that beautiful? Refashioned Bridal Gown 3. This is Let Her Sew, designed by Darren Parker and modeled by the designer. Like many 11-year-old girls, Darren absolutely loves Elsa's dress in the movie Frozen. With help from her Mimi, Terry, Darren used thrift store finds, old bed sheets, and torn tights to create the garment. A bright pink bed sheet was used to make her flowy cape. The sleeves are made from torn pink tights, and the snaps came from an outgrown skirt. And Darren didn't know, but her Mimi used the scraps to make a matching dress for her favorite doll. Let Her Sew. Black and White Bride, designed by Jealousy Jane, aka Sheila Ferguson, and modeled by Kerrigan Seago. Sheila took a drab and donated petite wedding gown and refashioned it into something a modern bride of any height could wear. A black tulle skirt from another gown was attached to the underside of the existing gown. Ribbon and trim leftovers were hand-stitched to the gown to make it interesting and unique. Sheila also modified the skirt design from predictable to asymmetrical and finished with a bow from last year's Trashion scraps. Black and White Bride. Petulant Peacock, designed by Karen Burgett and Oliver Birdshaw and modeled by Oliver Birdshaw. Made from a recycled dress and peacock feathers from a family friend's farm, Wearing this gown would make anyone strut. Complete with a necklace, headdress, and a head-turning train, this design has an air as regal as the bird itself. Petulant Peacock. Graphic t-shirt dress, designed by Jay Matrenga and modeled by Rachel Skirvin. A fitted dress with a flounce hem and cap sleeves. This has over 40 pieces all repurposed from various t-shirts. They were placed to provide contrasting color and a pop of graphic allure. Graphic t-shirt dress. Summa Cum Laude, designed by Lee Sandveiss and modeled by Noni Ford. Lee's twin sons graduated from Bloomington South High School last May and left behind 2 purple polyester graduation robes. She cut the sleeves off one of the robes, made modesty inserts under the gaping armholes, and turned the back of the garment into the front, leaving a back with a V-neck and pleated interest. She hemmed it, added pockets and belt loops, and the mortar boards were repurposed into a swinging shoulder bag. This frock is perfect for attending all those graduation parties this spring. Summa Cum Laude. Slashed by Tomcat Spray, designed by David Ebbinghaus and modeled by Stephanie Renner. The shoulders are cut and removed from an extra large t-shirt with short parallel slashes that are interwoven to create a ruched gathering. The back has been slashed horizontally in thin strips which hang in an overlapping cascade. Blue chiffon was inserted between the slashes to provide structure and prevent gapping. Red mesh half sleeves extend from the drop sleeves of the t-shirt. Accessories include a pop-top ankle and wrist cuffs, and the hat is constructed from a heavy cat claw-proof window screen. Slashed by Tomcat Spray. Ready for a garden party? This is Avant Garden Dress, designed by Christy Robinson Baugh and modeled by Megan Nolan. The dress started as a full-length nylon gown. Christy removed the top portion of the dress and added saucy red straps. Sheer panels at the bottom were replaced with blue batik fabric. Finally, a row of pin tunking was added to the top front and a box pleat placed in the back. Any garden party would be kicked up with the arrival of this daring design. Avant-garden dress. Tired of Winter, designed by Jean Smith and modeled by Lisa Rauto-Krall. A racy little evening dress designed with a wizard's magic in mind. It's made from one sparkly silver top, the strap from a swimsuit, clasp from a bra, and rubber strips cut from a truck inner tube. Sheer sleeves were taken from a Halloween costume. This dress is proof that in a designer's hands, any materials can be turned into something sexy that will certainly heat things up. Tired of Winter. New style of 2015, designed by Tatiana Kuzmina and modeled by Jean Smith. With this design, Tatiana kicks off a new feminine trend for 2015 with this sassy pantsuit. It features bright yellow and slinky wide trousers. Scrap fabric, a few thrift store finds, and old jewelry came together to set trends near and far. New style of 2015. This is Party Foul, designed by Carol Hedden and modeled by Christina Elliott. The outer layer of the peacock design is layers of colored tissue paper glued together to make a feather motif. The inner layer feathers move when walking. Carol then reattached the design to repurposed fabric, a repurposed belt, and more tissue paper. The dress was made from reclaimed fabric and an old cotton skirt. The body paint was done by Bryn Crosong and Carol Hedden. Party Foul. Fringe Benefit, designed by Kelly Richardson, modeled by Ivy Richardson. Kelly was inspired by fringe and movement. The skirt started as a dark brown full-tiered thrift store skirt that was then bleached. She added rows and rows of fringe made from at least 10 different t-shirts in shades of blue, gray, and black. The top is a black thrift store tank top with a necklace made from white t-shirts and metal office supply tabs spray painted silver. Fringe Benefit. If 6 turned out to be 9, designed by David Ebbinghaus and modeled by Elizabeth Grooms. This dress started life as a basketball jersey and a laundry bag. The blue tank top jersey is slashed and sprayed with metallic silver paint and trimmed with fake white fur. The attached skirt is made from blue nylon mesh. The accessories include ankle and wrist bracelets made from aluminum pull tabs. The hat is made from an orange vinyl ball trimmed with pop tops, with a dish made from pull tabs and plastic strapping mounting on the cap. In the center of the dish is a battery-powered LED light. If 6 turned out to be 9. Haute Couture Necktie Extravaganza. Designed by Libby Ball and modeled by Sue Rawl. Made entirely from vintage neckties, this 3-piece ensemble includes a separate bodice, skirt, and detachable train. The bodice has a recycled zipper clothing and dramatic high collar held in place by pieces from an old leather belt. Libby promises no ties were injured in this process. All of the ties are still whole, and if you look closely, they were all sewn together by hand. Haute Couture Necktie Extravaganza. And last but not least, Tropical Textures, designed by Jean Limecooler and modeled by Susan Sizer. Inspired by the model's trip to India, 3 discarded scraps were brought together to create a medley of interesting textures and colors in one dress. The design is made from a sarong bought on vacation in Puerto Rico, paired with a scrap from a West Coast designer. Jean pulled together the dress with a scrap of iridescent textile salvaged from a theatrical props bin. The ensemble is finished with an iridescent chair drape and a hairdress adorned with a found earring. Tropical Textures. Beautiful. That completes the Refashion part of our show. They were amazing, right? I'm sorry? Before we start the finale walk, I just have to say, this stage dressing was made by Gail Hale, who is incredible. Isn't it beautiful? Let's see these designs one more time. It's time for them to walk out for their finale. With their designers.
created Trash and Refashion. Let's have it. I'm Yael Cassandra, and I hope you'll just wait for one moment before you stretch your legs in the lobby so we can take some time to honor a couple of the people who have been central to this show. First, and where is she? We'd like to honor the amazing Gail Hale. Gail has been on the organizing committee since the very early days. Gail lives and breathes the spirit of Trashion with her commitment to sustainability and her creative expertise. She's been the chief cook and bottle washer behind the magnificent sets you've enjoyed here at Trashion and at TEDx Bloomington and Lotus. She has not only designed the sets, but she's organized the work parties at her studio, where inspiration has joined in with perspiration to result in what you see here on stage. Thank you, Gail. It's been an honor and pleasure to work with you over the years. Well, having emceed the show for its first 5 years and enjoying the show from my very comfortable seat this year, thank you, it is my special honor to recognize the show's creator, Jean Lime Cooler. Another hand. This show is her brainchild. Some of you may know Jean through the Center for Sustainable Living. She's been active with that group for about 20 years now, having played a role in creating or facilitating many of its projects, from the Natural Building Group, from Siren, the Renewable Energy Group, Bring Your Bag Bloomington, and so many others. 5 years ago, Jean was thinking big when it came to raising funds for the center, so she hit on the idea of the Trash and Refashion show. And I remember bumping into you, Jean, when we were, standing in line, full disclosure, for the Michael Pollan talk at the IU Auditorium. Some of us have crazy ways of having fun. She told me about her idea and asked me if I wanted to host the show. I said, sure, and I'll wear whatever you put me in. But I really didn't know what I was in for there. So it turns out I was just one of the many people that Jean inspired and connected with over the years. That first year, she connected with many of the people from the IU Art Museum. Thank you very much for your help. And they all pitched in. She also connected with the fashion design department, getting Kate Rowall, Deb Christensen, Kelly Richardson. And through her environmentalism, she connected with Gene Smith, who was protesting I-69. So with a lot of idealism and creative power, our group got together for rehearsals at Rhino's. You remember those? Yeah. And also the little storefront that housed the Center for Sustainable Living at that time. I remember a few moments of private despair, trying to corral a very ragtag group of models down what passed for a catwalk in that little space. And I remember standing in your living room while you pinned microfilm on me and trying to come up with descriptions for these outfits the night before the show. But somehow you kept it all together, even though I was despairing. And your vision and your organization got us there. I had no idea how this was going to turn into something that anyone was going to attend, but your perseverance paid off. And when we hit the convention center for that first show, it was glamorous and fabulous. I'll never forget it. Everything looked amazing. We had a big crowd, and you were calm and cool and collected through the whole thing. There may have been some pharmaceuticals involved. And it's only gotten better each year, as those of you who are veterans of the show know. The amazing Tara Jones took over as the show's director last year, and she hit the ground running, but Tara says she was only able to do that because of your groundwork, Jean. and the momentum that you created, and that no one really understands how you put it together and how you kept the show going. So Jean is going to be leaving Bloomington for the Bay Area this year to be closer to her parents and siblings. The Golden State will no doubt be shining a little brighter, but Bloomington will be a little paler when you go. Thank you so much for everything you've done for the community. We're going to miss you. Jean Lime Cooler. That was funny. Sorry.
A heart will swell before it's hardened. With the flick of the hair, it can
15-minute
make
intermission. Stretch your legs. Get ready for some
you
trash.
another hole to dig my soul in.
My name is Lolo Electra. And I want you to save energy. Monroe County is in the semifinals for a $5 million prize. So all you have to do is save more energy than 49 other communities across the country over the next 2 years. So I want you to turn up your AC 2 degrees this summer. I want you to air dry your laundry. I want you to change out your light bulbs for LED bulbs. Because how much are we gonna win? Is it 1 million? Is it 2 million? Is it 4 million? How much are we gonna win? 5 million! 2 years, 50 communities, $5 million. We need your help. Everyone is a part of the competition. Everyone's meters are included. So whether you want to or not, we need you to save energy. And you can help us in so many ways. So get out there, tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, turn off your lights, turn down your heat, turn up your AC, measure the insulation in your attic, weather strip your door. These aren't your normal superhero messages, but Lolo Electra wants you to save energy. MocoEnergyChallenge.org. That's MOCO, energychallenge.org. Go there, learn more, get involved, save energy. Thank you very much.
Are you ready for the second half? I have a new hat designed by Jealousy Jane for me. Thank you. All right, you guys are in for something really special here while we start our second half. Victor, Victoria, and Regina Sweet are professional performance artists and are here tonight to debut part of their new show, For the Love of Burlesque. All props and stage dressings and costumes seen tonight have been prepared by them from refashioned and discarded items. Art Appeal is a story of two fabulous creatures from the land of lost things. Percy Puffinlumps and Midgie Cellulaire break away from the landfill and take you to a world where trash is treasure and possibility is right over the rainbow. Percy and Midgie are very shy, though. So please be sure to interact with them, clap, scream, whistle, make some noise throughout the performance. On behalf of Percy and Midgie, welcome to Imagination.
Have a new message. iPhone Metro Gnome Remix. Incoming call. from.
There's a reason to rejoice, you see.
Everybody look up and feel the hope that we've been waiting on. Everybody's ready. The sound of fear and praise. Freedom you see, a set of hearts singing so joyfully. Let's look around, go to yourself and check it out. Can't you feel our brand new day? Can't you feel our brand new day?
Sorry, but no one's available to answer your call at this time. If you'd like to leave a message, please wait for the beep, then press pound, press 3, then dial your name, then press 6 and dial your
Answer me. I'm not gonna ring forever, pal. And when I'm done ringing, that's it. You can say goodbye.
That's all, folks.
much stuff to clean up. It's like my kid's room. They're back there. My 13-year-old triplets are back there, yeah. So, before we started, I was looking at these CDs that are hanging here. I was like, I wonder what they are. And one of them over here, there's no surprise why somebody donated it. It's much better used here. It's the Oncoming Economic Armageddon 4. Next to Hillary Duff. They're about the same thing, I think. I don't know. Are you ready for some trashing? So we got some for you. We have some incredible designs. I hope you're ready. This is Curtain Call, designed by Ada Lynch and modeled by Ruthie Bartlett. Inspired by an old curtain her mother was about to throw away, Ada went to work creating this chic and modern dress. It's created from discarded curtain, leftover fabrics, an old metal belt, Capri Sun packages, and forgotten items in her family's closet. Last but not least, the blue tulle was decoration from last year's father-daughter dance. Curtain Call. Ruthie knows how to work it. Good job, Ruthie. 25% less sugar. Designed by Mo Lynch and modeled by Sophie Jean. Friends and family volunteered to drink lots of juice to create this gown. Inspired by the flexibility of Capri Sun packs, Mo used an old dress as a base for this flashy design. Plastic bags set aside for recycling add flair to the dress. It may have 25% less sugar, but Mo's design sure is sweet. 25% less sugar. Christmas Tree Trashion, designed by Jean Smith and modeled by Erica Carter. The sparkle of old Christmas ornaments caught Jean's eye, and this is the amazing result. Made from parts of a clutch purse, an old tree skirt, 3 strands of shiny rose garland, and 1 furry stocking, this knockout would even put a gleam back in old St. Nick's eye. Christmas Tree Trashion. Sail Away, designed by Laurel Bender, modeled by Rachel Skirvin. Get ready to get nautical. This girl's A-line shift dress was inspired by a vintage linen tea towel in hot pinks and oranges. The back of the dress is made from an old white tablecloth that was stained beyond use. The dress is finished off with a tie made from a thrift store silk scarf, which was also used for the braided hair tie. Sail Away. Azure Accord, designed by Cynthia Roberts and modeled by Ellie Fettig. Inspired by materials around her, Cynthia brought together a variety of materials that result in this azure vision. The skirt and top are made from silk, with a waistband from an old pair of corduroys. The vest is constructed from packaging paper with beaded trim from a lampshade adorning the back. Azure Accord. Cafe Arbor Shift, designed by Betty Davis, modeled by Marlela Wiltz. Only a Trashion designer would see the burlap wrapped around a tree's root ball and think, I can turn that into something. But that's just what Betty did. Using a burlap coffee bag that had already been recycled to protect the root ball of a maple tree, she added ruffles, parts from a 40-year-old bed sheet, and decorative stitching to make this so much more than it was when it arrived in her garden. Cafe Arbor Shift. Moonflower Detour, designed by Cynthia Roberts, modeled by Taylor Roberts. Proving that fashion can be found in inspiring places, Cynthia used the grid from Carpet Stabilizer as the base for her design. She wove yarn scraps and plastic strips through the carpet base in twill patterns. To add a bit of allure, the skirt has a side zipper that lets you adjust just how much leg you want to show. Moonflower Detour. Plastic Princess, designed by Kathleen Craig and modeled by Savannah Sorden. Lots of people repurpose the wood from shipping pallets, but only Kathleen turns the plastic wrapped around them to make a gown fit for a princess. Adding a little spray paint and rhinestones give this princess a touch of whimsical magic. Plastic lasts practically forever, and so will the timeless beauty of this princess. Plastic Princess. Diamond Jester, co-designed by Beth Underall Pierce and Aaliyah Britton Grady, and modeled by Beth. Many of us have old, disused exercise equipment around the house, but Beth and Aaliyah turned them into a dress ready for a party. They cut diamonds from punctured yoga balls and sewed them together by hand along with exercise bands and clear fishing wire. Of course, no jester is complete without a little glitter as a finishing touch. Diamond Jester. Ballet Blinds, co-designed by Ivy Kehoe and Ava Vickers, modeled by the designers. Ivy and Ava designed these Trashion ballets version of ballet tutus using pleated window blinds. For the snug top of the tutu, they wrapped themselves with duct tape to create corsets and used strips of unraveled loofahs to tie together. Because these synthetic loofahs are circular strips of netted plastic, they found that they could insert their arms and legs into them to give a delicate lacy look of cap sleeves and leg warmers to complete the ballet ensemble. Ballet Blinds. Taste of the Wild, designed by Jennifer Deem and Danielle Urshel, modeled by Anna Wiggins. This pret-a-porter dress goes from the grocery store to an art gallery without even having to change your shoes. The design gets its name from the empty Taste of the Wild dog food bags integrated into the design. Electronic capacitors found in a dumpster at the Indianapolis Ham Radio Festival add interesting details. Made from 100% discarded junk, you can rock the runway or the cracker aisle at Kroger with confidence. Taste of the Wild. Fast Forward, designed by Kate Roll and modeled by Laura Anderson. Fast Forward is composed of a discarded early 20th century bodice whose silk fabric is shattering due to the metallic salt treatments that were used to increase the shine and body of the silk. Tape from VHS cassettes was knitted to fashion the skirt. The trumpet-shaped flare was created using crochet techniques. Finally, we can put all those old VHS tape recordings of Friends to some good use. Fast Forward. Off the table and onto the beach. Designed by Rowena Cross-Najafi and modeled by Eva Kesser. This crocheted cover-up for the beach started life as a lace tablecloth. The straps are made from string salvaged from coffee bags from stonecutters. Beads from the Congo, brought back from a trip from Africa, add exotic detail to this outfit ready for the beach. Off the table and onto the beach. This is Coffee and String, also designed by Rowena Cross-Najafi and modeled by Kara Ratcliffe. Rowena's creation is the epitome of ingenuity. The coat is made from coffee bags from Stonecutter's Cafe in Bedford, with a silk lining made from old saris. The body skimming dress is knitted from strings salvaged from the trash outside of an old furniture factory. Coffee and String. Paper Rose Couture, designed by Jealousy Jane and modeled by Lauren Woods. This flirty and delicate dress is a work of art held together with hot glue, pins, and Mod Podge. Made from discarded packing materials and a repurposed book, yesterday's landfill is today's blooming beauty. Tabor Rose Couture. Spring into Action, designed by Laurel Bender and modeled by Caitlin Souter. This springtime-themed ensemble urges us to take action to save the environment. The top is made from padded Mylar insulated bag. The skirt is 4 sheets of bubble wrap gathered on elastic and decorated with strings of flowers cut from styrofoam egg cartons. The shoulders are embellished with flowers made from pink bubble wrap and tissue paper. The front of the tunic has a panel from a piece of green bubble wrap with tiny treasures inside each and every bubble. Spring into action. Plastigraphication, designed by Deb Christensen, modeled by the designer and Jean Smith. This sporty zip front hoodie and skirt with alternating graphic and khaki panels is made from discarded exhibit banners on plasticized ripstop canvas, sewn to faded khaki panels of polyester deck umbrella. We're ready for a romp in the urban jungle wearing these designs. What a great repurpose for a deck umbrella. Who would know? Plastigraphication. This is the bird cage, designed by Jennifer Deem and Danielle Urschel, modeled by Vessa Bradley. Inspiration for this design came from shapes that are related to the birds and bees. The shape of the bee bonnet was inspired by vintage beekeepers' hats. It's constructed using discarded electronic resistors and a wire from a broken lampshade. The bodice of the dress is constructed from fabric from an empty bird food bag. The skirt is made from flex duct tubing with fiberglass mosaic mesh underlay between the rows of flyers to create a shape similar to a hornet's nest or a bird cage. The bird cage. This is Marie Trashion. A funny thing happened on the way to the guillotine. Designed by Dana Bax and modeled by Jessica McClellan. Jessica is dressed as Marie Trashion, while the mantua dress of the 17th and 18th century would span a whopping 12 feet. Our humbled Marie's is only 5.5 feet wide in honor of her peasant audience. Her gown is constructed of a sleeping bag bodice with bed canopy accessories and a Venetian blind for the boning. The skirt is made from curtain shears and a torn-up bed canopy. The panniers are made from 2 laundry baskets and tension rods. Her elegant wig uses pool noodles, a ball cap, and a Barbie teapot to complete the look. Too bad she's not going to keep her head. Marie Trashion. From Russia with Love, designed by Tatiana Kuzmina and modeled by the designer. Bloomington winters lately are almost as cold as Siberian winters. The cold was the inspiration for this winter coat. It's made from carpet padding with a collar and muff made from styrofoam. The buttons were fashioned from an old CD. The outfit is completed with a purse made from a wine box decorated with the same carpet padding. From Russia with Love. You do look like a Cold War spy in that. Egyptian, designed by David Ebbinghaus, modeled by Stephanie. Time to travel back to the time of the pharaohs. The headpiece is made from plastic from cash register receipt paper rolls, covered in Mylar, diffraction grating, rainbow reflecting silver adhesive, bottle caps, top pops, nylon cord, and half a vinyl toy ball as the base. Aluminum pop tops were also used for the bracelets and necklace, as well as being combined with nylon cord and polyester fabric for the rest of this Nile-worthy ensemble. Egyptian. Are you ready? This is Lady Stardust, designed by Jennifer Deem and Danielle Urschel, modeled by Aurora Flamini. From the ancient past to the distant future, with a little creativity, even thermal window insulation and an old window screen can become a fashionable glam ensemble. Freak out in a space-age daydream with Lady Stardust. This is Contemporary Wood Nymph, designed by Nancy Hiller and modeled by Emily Winters. A magical creature rises from the detritus of a woodworker's shop. A skirt of hand-planed wood shavings glued to a discarded dust collector bag, combined with a milk-painted finish filter bra to form a Madonna-inspired ensemble. A bow of used clear plastic flat twine adds a feminine flourish at the back, and a boa of worn-out dust collector hose with packing materia tassels adds a dramatic flourish. Contemporary Wood Nymph. I couldn't leave out any of those details. That is our last Trashion design. God, it goes fast. It goes so fast. But they're gonna come out for an encore. You get to see them one more time. Are you ready? Here they come. band? Do a dance party? We have an incredible band. You should stand up and dance when they start. When we find them, they're coming. But meanwhile, get up, stretch a little bit. Thank you so much for coming. It's been I'm sorry, Kara. Oh, yes. I can't not tell you there's an after party at Nick's. Not only is there an after party, there's a parade to the after party. That makes it even better. And you're part of it if you come. The band is going to play us right out of the building. Wherever they are. Are they backstage? Tara, have we lost them? We'll just dance in the meantime. Yeah? All right. Don't go away. The band is less than 60 seconds away. You do not want to miss them. They are awesome. And meanwhile, the bravest child ever will entertain you with incredible breakdancing. There you go. Dance party. Are you getting tired?